After a hard day's training on the beach, it's important that I feed these nippers. They're going to need something which is tasty, but something that's also very, very good for them. And I'm just going to do a dish which is inspired by the great Australian chicken schnitzel. A chicken schnitzel is a piece of crumb chicken. And what I'm going to do instead is use corn chips, and I'm going to crumb the outside of that. So into a bowl, a couple of eggs, and a little bit of salt. Give it a bit of a whisk. Add to it some creme fraiche. Give us a decent tang to the dish. Then in goes a splash of milk, give it a whisk, and add the chicken breast. So the chicken has a coating, a creamy, eggy coating, and as the egg cooks, it will hold the corn chips in place. Give a bag of shop-bought tortilla chips a good scrunch to break them into small pieces. As a kid growing up, one of the favourite things was always crumb lamb cutlets. Everything for some reason gets crumbed. In butcher shops throughout this country, there are whole areas dedicated to crumb things. Crumb chicken, crumb lamb, crumb rissoles, crumb fish, crumb everything. Everything gets crumbed. I like it. I think it's great because it protects the delicate flesh. And these tortilla chips make a great alternative to bog standard breadcrumbs. Yum, yum, crumb, crumb. So we leave our crusted chicken just to soak for a little bit. Whilst that happens, my streaky bacon goes on to cook, and plenty of it, as it's a nipper request. Right, corn cakes. Simply, a corn cake is actually a pancake batter mixture. So that's eggs, milk, salt and pepper, some chopped spring onions for a bit of a kick, and a drained tin of corn, and also cream corn, which is just roughly pureed sweet corn. You can buy it in some Asian supermarkets. I always use two types of corn. Corn kernels just sit and float around the batter, whereas the sweet corn, the pureed corn or the cream corn, holds the batter together. Finally, I add paprika for spice, baking powder to make the pancakes nice and fluffy, and plain flour to bind them together. Mix that together. The texture or consistency I want is spoonable, so if I spoon it onto a grill plate, it doesn't spread all over the plate, but it holds just enough. And that's it, that's all it is. Ready to rock. Let's just take this bacon off. I dare say by now the nippers are absolutely starving. So better get my chicken on. And the pancakes. You get bubbles on top of these little corn cakes, but as they cook, you'll see the ridge around the outside just start to brown. So the bubbles come up first, then the edge goes all brown around the outside, and then they're ready to turn. As the pancakes and the chicken cook, I can prepare my accompaniments. A quick salsa of chopped tomatoes and red onions with a squeeze of lime and fresh basil with parsley. Then some avocado with just a bit of lime and salt. And then take a fork and literally squash it. So the little bits become quite rugged and it starts to just become smashed avo. Salsa and avo done, time to take the pancakes and the chicken off the grill. It really is that quick. Those thin pieces just cook very, very quickly. And the coating on the outside means that inside that chicken is going to be lovely and moist. And lunch for the nippers is served.